Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
Hi there, thanks a lot for staying with us here on Prime Morning. It's time for us to get into Newsflash. It is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, Store Phones, Papa Pafi, and I'm asking you this morning to walk into any of our branches with your full chest, because when you get into Franco Trading Enterprise, there's a lot you can pick from there, and Franco is giving you the opportunity to make sure that you also get all your phones, your laptops, your microwaves, your blenders, your air conditionings, and your television sets, the biggest you can ever get. You can find them at Franco Trading Enterprise, and that's what you need. Please do not buy from places where you will not be guaranteed quality. Quality is very important, and that's why Franco Trading Enterprise is here. Give us a call on 0246 422 338 or 0555 939311. You can also call 030222 5651 and speak to us. Download the app. It's the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, and you can visit our website www.francotrading.com, and you can do business with us. If you need your CCTV cameras, Franco Trading Enterprise will give you the very best. Franco Trading Enterprise says still Funks Papa Fee, and we're excited about that this morning. This morning we're looking at two major issues. We're also going to be giving you some update on the Adamos mining issue as well, and we'll look at GoldBod losses conundrum. We're looking at the minority leader in Parliament who still believes that there has to be some investigations into the losses. Samijan Fee says that there's some sort of an extortion, and he would stand anywhere to defend it. The minority leader says that he's given to those who are supposed to be taking care of that issue, and he is hinting of suing. And we'll be looking at that also here on the show. So you want to also join us. 24-hour economy is government on course. We'll be looking at that. They're springing up markets. We're going to be looking at that issue also here on the show as well. Some losses at Adamos Mine, and we'll be looking at that. There has been an update on that also. We'll be looking at that conversation here on the show. Don't forget, we're streaming live on Facebook, and you can also send your messages on WhatsApp and join us here in our conversation. I've been joined by one of my guests here in studio. Two more will be joining us as and when they are able to join us this morning. We'll be looking at that conversation, so please do well and be a part. Abdulai Alhassan is here with me this morning. He's a member of the NDC Communications Team, and he's also looking forward to becoming the El Chairman,
the People's Chairman.
The People's Chairman.
Sure.
The People's Chairman. Now, he's getting into this chairmanship position that we'll be talking about, and I want you, that's Crowell.
Yes, Crowell.
Right, great. You'll be telling us more about that. But this Friday, Kofrodia, we're coming live. Prime Morning is taking over Cove City. When I was there, it used to be Cove Town, and then we were able to, myself, Kamadazi, and a few others, were able to change it from Cove Town to Cove City. So, including David Oscar. So if you go there right now, many people know it to be Cove City. I've always stand by Cove City. So yes, Cove City, we're coming on Friday, 28th of August, 2026 from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're coming to you live from Suhum Lorry Station. I just sent Total 2 filling station. I know that place very well. It's one of the places that a lot of business, happens. We're coming there. That's where we'll be doing Prime Morning live. We're taking the show into the community to connect, engage, and empower, giving you that opportunity to raise concerns, share your experiences, and also engage directly with the authorities on the issues that matter to you. So if you're in Koforidia, Cove City, and its environs, come, let's have a meaningful conversations and work together towards practical solutions for our community. Prime Morning takes over Cove City this Friday, and we want you to be there. All right, so guys, we'll see you. I am very excited about this because I get to go back to Koforidia after how many years? I haven't been there for a couple of years, but I'd love to be there this, Friday. So please do well and meet us, and let's talk about what matters to you most. Okay? Awesome. I can't wait. I just can't wait. It's the Prime Community Tour. Okay. I'm excited.
The Men of Valor, the president of Men of Valor is coming to Cape City. So we need to have a gathering.
How did I become the president of Men of Valor? I need to speak to Nana right after.
In fact, you are the captain. Welcome back. It's good to see you back.
Good to see you, my brother. And thanks for making time for us this morning as well.
You look good.
I try.
Always.
I try. I'm not.
So no doubt.
I'm not in power.
You being the captain of the Men of Valor.
That is people in power talking. So yeah, it's okay. Now, first of all, let's put a spotlight on Krowo. Where exactly can people find this place?
Okay, so Krowo is Nungwa.
Okay.
So Nungwa Enclaves is Krowo, and Krowo is a very wonderful town, but this is the time that we want to put Krowo on the map. Dominantly, Krowo is an NDC safe seat.
Oh, okay.
Safe seat. We have a current Minister for Gender, Honorable Agnes Namumulate. She is the Minister for Gender. She's the MP of the constituency.
Okay.
So that should tell you that Krowo is a safe haven for the NDC. And we want to bring energy to the base. And I think that we have done so well by winning the 2024 election. We win both presidential and parliamentary. So this time around, we want to add a lot of votes to the coffins of the NDC. And trust me, Krowo constituency need energy. We need peace, and we need someone who can bring all of us together and make sure that we achieve all our dreams. And our dreams, what are our dreams? To bring power to the doorsteps of the people. The executives are working so hard to make sure that the party comes to power, and we still want the party to be in power. We are working together, and it is, when you go to Krowo, trust me, the old cadres, a lot of the old cadres are in Krowo. It is just whether when you go and you are an NDC member, you are always welcome. And we don't discriminate in Krowo. So Krowo is a very, very interesting place to be. And I am availing myself that coming this particular election, we are doing the reorganization of the constituency. I am coming on board as the chairman for Krowo constituency. And everywhere you go, it is positive. I've been doing consultation.
You've already started your rounds on the ground.
I did a lot of consultation, and I think it's positive. A lot of people are giving me the courage and support, because last 4 years I went around, they told me that it wasn't my time. So I should wait. I have worked so hard in the last...
But you came close as well.
Yes, as the last 4 years I lost a bit with 43 votes. So which means working harder, I didn't...
It means that the people also want your mandates.
Yes.
I mean, with that difference,
yes, exactly.
It means that with the push, they'll be able to give you that mandate.
Sure, and I believe this time around, they will give me the opportunity, because we have a lot to bring on board, a lot of experiences, a lot of connections, a lot of links, a lot of important things to bring to the people of Krowo. We are in power, and we need to feel the power. And how do we feel power? We need a leader who can bring the entrepreneurship aspect of it to Krowo, because I feel politics is a business. Politics, as a chairman of the constituency, you are more or less the CEO of the constituency. So let's bring the entrepreneurship aspect. The political aspect is there, but the entrepreneurship whereby you can activate all the skills that the people have. Because all of the electorate or delegates, they are entrepreneurs. But how do we ignite it with them? You need someone or leader who can bring all these things together. So I believe the time has come where youth, some of us, have to be on board and make sure that, yes, the Krowo constituency become bigger and better.
All right. So if you are in that constituency, this is, a personal plea from me. And if you know Abdulai Alhassan, you know that definitely is one person who is very, very committed, to delivering on his mandate. And so for all that you did for him, the very first time that he did, that difference is something that we can match. So this one, I'm asking you, the people of Nungwa, to please go vote for him. Make sure you give him that mandate.
You are my friend.
Let him take over the chairmanship of Krowo and do the most for you. If he doesn't do it, come to me. Come and report it to me. I'll laugh him. I'll make sure He does what he's supposed to do, all right? So yes, please do well and support him. And trust me, he's a very, nice gentleman that he really wants to help, so please do well and give him that mandate. We'll be there. When the time comes, we'll all be there. We're all going to be there to support and also encourage all of you, because it's something that we have to do, especially the youth of this country. So yes, you have our support.
Thank you so much.
You have our support.
This is from the captain of the men. Praise, good to see you.
Prince Ofosu Sefah said they didn't give you the chairman and captain of women and men of valor. They are giving that one to me.
That's just 4 years.
A whole princess.
I just feel sorry for Corin.
Propaganda kid.
That's all I have to say about that. I feel sorry for that. How you doing, Kate?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
It's okay. It's good.
You had a great weekend.
Everyone, it was okay. It was all quiet and refreshing.
The minority leader in parliament did not make it chaotic for you. It was quiet for you. He's been on a lot of platforms over the weekend as well. So
of course,
I was thinking that it was a bit chaotic.
I don't think so. I think it's for the most part it's a distraction. It's a strategy. Sammy Gyamfi has done it to so many people, accusing so many people from the former president, even questioning his mental, his intelligence. He did. So, the NDC people are clapping, but we don't find it funny whatsoever. They like him, but we know what he has also done to our people. And so many people now want to call him the gold assassin. The gold
That's
assassin.
The name they're calling now?
Yeah, he assassinates people's character. That's what he does. All right, he's done it to so many people, the former president, the former vice president. On Newsfile, he said he never did any of that.
Well, that's up to him. The worst he did was, stick to the issues. And he didn't insult anybody.
I have a video. If you play that video, if you play one of his videos, I have one. I can send it to your team. And let Ghanaians judge for themselves when they listen to that. If he doesn't, his modus operandi is not to assassinate people's character. That's what he does. That's how he operates. The NDC people, they like it because he keeps assassinating people's character, but he has to stop it because one day somebody may do it to him, just like Sefah Kai told.
Yeah, a couple of years back.
So he doesn't want anybody to do it to him. But I would advise that he just stops. He could not even apologize for the Haptel he couldn't even apologize for that. He said he was trying to defend that too. So no problem, he should continue. But you see, we're not going to be distracted because I actually had a problem with the way the media, right? And there's a lot of rumors that he has many of the media on his side.
Really?
All right. It's all over the place. That's the suspicion that,
What is he doing to keep those people around him?
Well, this is what is going on out there. Right now he's in charge of the gold of the country pretty much.
And automatically that gives him access to the media.
52% of our gold is small scale. You know that. For the first time in our history, small-scale mined gold has overtaken the large-scale gold in terms of output. You know that? For the first time. That's 2025, 52%. Okay? The previous year, 2024, small-scale mined gold was 39%. So he's someone who has control over the monopolistic kind of control over gold. More than half. You can cross-check. I checked it before I came in, 52% of the gold. So obviously you see so many people. You see even...
So all those engaged in small-scale mining are all for him now?
Well,
they all support him.
I just said the facts I wanted to say. 52% of the gold is under his control, essentially, to buy and sell through GoldBod. So lots of people, we saw Nin Lante Vanderpoy said something about how he went about his previous presentation with Felix Ofosu. And then within a short time, the NDC backlash was unbearable. He had to apologize for a retract. We've never seen Neelanti be a retracting kind of guy. So Sammy definitely has power, lots of power right now. But he needs to also watch out because times do change. And it's better that he watches out this character assassination that he has been doing for so long.
Very well. I'm going to come back to you and then we'll look at the substantive issue.
Just one last thing.
Yeah, sure.
As I was mentioning, I lost my thought for a moment. The media, I thought, did not really treat the subject well. If somebody comes in and hurls an accusation at another person, that the person is an extortionist, okay? This is a serious, a criminal.
Yeah, that's a criminal offense.
That's a criminal offense. The moment someone says that, okay, they have to provide some evidence, or there has to, at least for a criminal type of offense, there has to be either a criminal case filed, okay, or something in the process of being filed. That's the minimum. Because how can you have a public official that tells all the people of Ghana, almost 36 million people, and say that someone, in this case, the minority leader, okay, of the country in parliament, all right, is an extortionist, and he has not filed a case against him. He did not provide any evidence to that effect. And only he says that he should dare him.
Yeah.
All right. And I also heard that he said that he should deny, if he's a man or something like that, he should deny it.
And then he will provide the evidence to that.
Why should it be that way? And why did the media people not ask him? This is it's a serious accusation. So you either have to provide an evidence or you have to take it back. And they just listen to him. He's just hurling this. The standards are low and getting lower in this country, where a whole public official could say that he is in possession of evidence to a crime. And he just comes on TV and said that if he's dead,
why is the minority
it's only
leader,
if he's dead.
Why is the minority leader not also taking this seriously? And
why is the burden of proof on the person being accused?
Because at this point, he's the one who's got a reputation.
If I tell you right now that I believe with, let me use something that's not too bad, all right? The first thing that came to mind wasn't good. But let's just say that I say you're an armed robber.
Yeah.
You're part of a gang.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right? And I say that you should dare me, or I would, what have you, especially if you are not seated right here. But I just mentioned your name. Do you think that will be okay, that now the burden now comes to you to prove that you are not a member of a gang?
Yeah, I do agree with the point you're making, but if I believe and I think what you're saying is a reputational damage to me, wherever I sit, I'm going to take legal action against you. Even though it is also important that whoever that is claiming should be also.
And the media that
I will now take it because it's a reputational damage to me.
It's up to you.
I'm going to take
that is up to you.
Ensure that
is up to you. But I can assure you that the media that is hosting the show needs to ask that person to either retract or provide the evidence. Otherwise, they shouldn't even talk about it. They should take it back. Because if they've provided no evidence, at least for that moment, they're doing damage to that person's reputation. One of the things, I won't mention the name, but there's somebody who is a blogger. He's a famous blogger in this country. Almost constantly, he's attacking one of the wives of our leaders in this country, constantly. Even yesterday, somebody sent me video where he's accusing the woman of all kinds of things.
I have an idea.
Okay, but I don't want to talk about exactly what it is. And I am certain he knows that this person cannot sue. He knows. You know why? Because have you ever seen any president sue anybody in this country? Have you?
No.
Have you seen a vice president sue anybody in this country? You basically can't. You know why? Because the attention and the kind of oxygen that will take out of the body politic is too much. It's not by accident that no president has sued anyone or vice president has sued anyone. So they know.
And it's the reason
I'm sure these people are professionals. They know that they won't be sued. And then the other thing is maybe you have to now use the law enforcement to go after the person, and that also has its own sometimes connotation. So they know what they are doing.
Yeah. So,
right?
In your opinion, you think that the media has not been fair to the minority?
Oh, no. I'm just
so?
critiquing.
Okay.
I think that, I mean, nobody is perfect. I think they should have called out the person making such an...
I mean, they can do better.
We should do better, because in some other jurisdiction, I don't think you can just make such an accusation and just go home. It's not done, because people's reputation, even the station's own reputation, is at stake. When you make such an accusation of criminal nature, you either have to file a case or you don't say it at all. You get what I'm saying? You can't just say it and then say that you should be there. At the moment, the minority leader has released a statement. He has denied. He said that it's a false claim. And I think that, you know, if an MPP person I know had heard such an accusation at, let's say, the majority leader, that person will be behind bars by now. Almost certainly. And I think all Ghanaians know it. So let's be careful with the standards that we're setting, what we are encouraging. We're encouraging certain people to be attacking certain persons. Okay? If Afenyo were to even sue today, okay?
Yeah.
The kind of attention that alone would take. All right? So there are all kinds
but then again, he's
of
also
calculations.
protecting his image.
I get you. I get
you.
But I just gave you an example. I just gave you an example of why presidents and people's,
in certain positions cannot go on and do.
Some of the most senior people.
So is it going to let us slide?
I don't know. But I'm just saying that the accusation should have been walked back without evidence. The police, if such accusations are made, then there should be a criminal charge. You can't say that I'm in possession of criminal activities, but you should, only if you dare me, then I will come out. That means that he's someone who maybe he himself pervades in that. He's a purveyor of such activities. That's why he will hold on to something that criminal.
Very well. I'll come back to you again, Prince. Let me speak to Alhassan and get his take on that as well. Alhassan.
Yeah, good morning to you and your cherished viewers. Look, this is clear. You made an accusation without proof, and all you can say is someone should prove something. Look, let me give you, this morning, I wish our viewers read Psalm 23, 5 and 6. He says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever." Amen. You know what? My brother here accusing Sammy Jemfi and GoldBod. See, he prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemy. After attacking, he now accepts that GoldBod has done extraordinary by what? By, see, he said the first time in our history, this is, I'm quoting him, first time in our history.
You're quoting Prince.
But why do you think I think that is a good thing? No, but don't put words in my mouth, please. With all respect, fall into order.
I was here.
Because I don't see that as a good thing. I see it as a negative. So don't characterize my words.
So please.
Yeah, but Alhassan, he has just clarified
he prepared
what he said.
a table before me in the presence of my enemy. And this is a case that you are doing it, and you forgot yourself by indirectly like making sure that everyone knows that GoldBod has done so well.
Is that what he said categorically?
Relax. What do you mean by first time in our history, small scale mine gold has taken over our gold? Which means that GoldBod.
He said that in a different context.
That is a huge negative. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Relax.
So what he said, you think is a positive thing?
Exactly. And in the IMF report, that they are quoting and making sure that Ghanaians understand the IMF report. In this IMF report that they are saying, IMF accepted that fact. And I will come to there. Not now. But what I want him to know is that same Bible quotation that says, "He prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemy." You will praise the person without knowing you are praising the person. That is the hard work of
But he thinks that it's a bad thing.
I don't have a problem with that.
For small-scale miners,
it is never
have such a percentage.
It is never a bad thing. For small-scale, the large-scale miners are not Ghanaians. Small-scale miners are Ghanaians. So if Ghanaians have taken over the gold industry, by all the implementation that the GoldBod has done, that is a big good news to Ghanaians. So to me, GoldBod has done so well. And this is one thing that an enemy is praising GoldBod for. So alhamdulillah, we are happy. Look, let's go forward. He was talking about reputation and credibility. Look, Afenyo, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. Let's go one by one. And let's see the reputation and credibility of such a person. Let's go one by one. This is City FM Online. This is it. I hope you understand. He says, Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo Markin has apologized and withdrawn his recruitment fraud allegation against Interior Minister Mohammed Mubarak Muktaka over the ongoing Security Service recruitment process. The apology follows a directive by First Deputy Speaker Bernard Ahiafo, who referred Afenyo Markin to the Privileges Committee after the minister accused him of making unsubstantiated claims about the engagement of a third-party IT firm. This is it. One. Let's go again. Afenyo Markin, Joy Online. This is Joy Online. Afenyo Markin apologizes, withdraw recruitment fraud allegation against Interior Minister. This is Afenyo Markin again. Bafoboni was part of grand conspiracy against Tokonu. Afenyo Markin. Bafoboni was part of grand conspiracy. This is my joy.
So these are all stories.
Stories by Afenyo Markin. Who
apologizing?
Exactly. Who will come attacking a personality? Then, just after attacking the personality, he will come back. This is it, my joy. And you can see, this is your Instagram.
But many others from your party have also apologized.
I'm coming. So I'm talking about personality. We are not talking about any person. We are talking about Afenyo Markin now. And this is it, Afenyo Markin.
And I'm saying that apologies are things that even people in your party have done.
I don't have a problem. Relax.
So what does this become a difference?
Just relax. City News.
Yeah.
Afenyo Markin attack on Circuit Court Judge on Ethical GBA report. Now, the same Afenyo Markin, what goes to this is KSM show, and he says, my allegations of grand conspiracy by Chief Justice Paul Bafoboni against Gertrude Tokonu is based on personal opinions, understanding and feelings, not evidence. This is Afenyo Markin. So, after coming out there attacking Bafoboni, now he goes back again and says it is just a personal opinion, not evidence. Look, this is a person who on the floor of parliament, as I told you, on the floor of parliament, attacked a minister and asked the minister that the minister was engaged in fraud recruitment. And later, the parliament is a house of record. And later, after saying it, and the minister came back by telling his side of the story, he then retracted and apologized. So the personality that was doing the accusation has that character of just throwing the bomb, lies. When you have your facts and you support it, then he come and retract. So there is no, he was talking about reputation, integrity. This is someone who has that question. There is a question mark on his reputation and integrity already. And it is way back in 2015 that he has started all those things. So this person, we know who he is. He would not just come and say, and what did he say this time around? He is talking now. And look, my brother was trying to say that the media has a standard, it is below standard.
I think the media could have done better.
What's better?
The way they have
this is the media. And I like my Joy News research. What they do, after an attack or accusation from the minority leader, a media like Joy News did a fact check on the issue. And what did he say? He said, verdict, minority claim, misleading, That is it. It was a misleading issue. This is it. And I can give it to you as well.
Misleading?
It is misleading because, look, this is the IMF report. Let my brother show me a single place at the IMF report that says GoldBod lost 1.7 billion. None, no place. Nowhere was said GoldBod lost, make a loss. Nowhere. But look, let's come back to the issue. Look, GoldBod is for Ghana. Bank of Ghana is for Ghana. So I don't have a problem when they have all these losses. We can do our checks, we can attack, we can do whatever we want to do. But the truth of the fact is that if Bank of Ghana has a loss of 1.7, let us admit it and give reasons and question. We can critique it and do everything. But don't let us shape the post that instead of Joy, because Joy News and Adum TV are brothers. So if Joy made profit, we should go and say it is Adum which has made profit. Or if Adum made loss, we should go and refer to Joy, that Joy has made a loss. No, we don't do that. That is why we are saying that, look. And they keep quoting the IMF. And this is the IMF, as I said. Nowhere in the IMF report, no single place did the IMF said it is GoldBod which have the loss. And that is what we are telling Ghanaians that, look, when you want to come clean, come clean. When you want to, look, even the report where they are quoting, let me even do a favor by quoting that simply. This is it. That's page 8. And I have it here. 8:30, he says, DGPP operations have generated significant losses for the BOG. That is IMF report. That says 2024 were equivalent to almost, losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost $400 million, 0.5% of GDP. Please, in 2024, the loss that happened of 400 million was GoldBod in existence in 2024. If no, why are you attributing this to GoldBod? Now, he says one third of which were related to gold for oil. In 2025, the significant scaling up of DGPP operational losses of over 1.7 billion, 1.5% of GDP, almost entirely related to gold for reserve door purchases. This amount to a loss of 17% of the value of door gold sold by BOG.
So
there was nowhere.
We should blame Bank of Ghana.
We are not blaming Bank of Ghana. No, we can't blame Bank of Ghana. Why should we go and blame Bank of Ghana? What happened with you? You made you have a program, and the program that you are having, like you just told us that you are coming to Koforidua.
Yeah.
By you going to Koforidua, you have your transport, you have your logistics and everything.
Yeah.
Those are your losses because you spend on that.
So the losses are justifiable.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
It's not justifiable. What did the look? You spend. You spend 1.7.
Yeah. So if you have logistics, you have transport, and all of those things, which definitely will be money involved.
So yes.
So it means that it's justifiable.
Exactly. What I'm doing is that 1.7 billion operational costs. That was you use was being able to bring in 10.8 billion,
and that's the justification for the loss.
It's not loss; it's cost.
Okay,
that is the cost. That is the cost, not the loss. And if you are talking about loss, this is what we have in 2024 under your watch and under you. That it says that the IMF report that you are reporting exactly says that losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost 400 million. I hope you understand. And in this case, it came to explain what this is why GoldBod was mentioned. And let me read it to you.
Okay, then you wrap up and let me take care of the sort of
losses accrued on gold trade are a combination of service and asset fee paid to GoldBod by BOG. So they paid GoldBod that this is it. Take this amount, buy us a number of gold, and this is your agent fee. Agent fee received is not a loss.
Okay.
It's the cost of bringing those gold and exporting it. And after exporting 1.7 billion, you receive a foreign exchange hard currency of 10 billion. This is a positive cost.
Okay.
Look, last one. Upon all this lost, Ghanaians are saying that exchange rate is now so comfortable. We have a very, very low exchange rate now.
It's not very low like you make it.
Like we took it from 17, 14.
What is it now?
It says 10.5. Yes. The dollar is 10.5. Yes, it is between 10.5 to 11. That is what the dollar is rated.
And that is very low.
Very low compared to 14. Excellent.
Okay.
In 1 year. I hope you understand me. Yes. Inflation is on single digit.
I'll come back to you again.
Inflation is on single digit. That is the remedy.
Okay. I'll come back to you again.
The last word. No. Let me say. I'm wrapping up in just 1 second. GoldBod is the angel of Ghana economy. That is it.
Okay, GoldBod is the angel of Ghana's economy. Let me go to Kwame Usudanso, who was
I only gave my opening statement.
Was that an opening experience? Hey, was that an opening one? Hey, fire.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. I'm well, yourself?
I'm not bad. Good to see you.
Likewise. You're looking good.
Thank you. You're not looking bad.
Unfortunately, your UK show didn't happen. I saw you.
And other things happened.
I saw you flexing around. Hey, KMG. Love your suit as well.
Thank you, my brother. You look good as well.
Yeah, I'm following your footsteps.
Money is good for you.
I'm following in your stead. I love the Rasta, so I want to get one.
Please don't.
It's coming.
I know. I can see it, man. Don't.
Prince wants to challenge me, but
that won't fit me.
No. That is if it is possible.
I got the presidential.
He has the presidential
head.
Anyway, Charlie, thanks for the time this morning.
Yeah, let me apologize profusely for coming in late. I set my alarm for 4:30. Unfortunately, my battery died. I didn't know. so I woke up and I had to quickly rush.
Get a parrot.
Parrot, eh?
Yeah.
I think that
I have one that works me, but if the alarm fails.
No, I mean the rich and mighty society can afford.
Please go ahead.
All this GoldBod minority Samit Jemfi Bank of Ghana debacle, it's becoming an overstretch, really. I mean, we need to understand the genesis of this domestic gold purchase program that was introduced somewhere in 2020 and 2021 when the MPP was in office. Why was it introduced? I think that's the fundamental question. The fundamental question which beggars a very honest answer is that why did we decide as a nation to start a new program called the Domestic Gold Purchase Program, which had 2 children. The first child was gold for reserve. The second child was what? Gold for oil. Is that not the case? Now, when the program started, the reason behind that was that we didn't have enough external reserves, so we needed to now ensure that we have proper external reserves. You also do know that our currency was not stable, so we needed to cushion our currency. Generally, the economic outlook was not better. So how else should we now, at the time, make sure that we're able to correct all of these negatives during that economic crunch period, right? So that gave birth to this concept of domestic gold purchase program, that we are going to, through PMMC, purchase gold from local mining firms, and then we use that as a buffer, or we use that to shore up our foreign reserves. That was essentially what it was. Now, Bank of Ghana obviously cannot go onto the field to go and buy. So Bank of Ghana used an agent called the PMMC. So the PMMC started this whole trading agreement or purchase for and on behalf of Bank of Ghana. Now Bank of Ghana says, I'm going to give you X amount of money, right? And I expect that you bring me so quantity of gold, all right? So if I give you, let's say, $100 million, I expect you to bring me 10 tons of gold. That was the agreement between Bank of Ghana and the purchasing agent, right? Which was the PMMC at the time. Now, it is instructive to point out that PMMC at the time is an institution that obviously also has to work to ensure that they make profit, right? They make money. So if I contracted you, KMJ, to go and MC Shatawale's program, you expect that you will be paid. Is that not the case? So as part of the agreement, BOD then agrees that, okay, I'm going to give you a fraction or a percentage of the total sum that we are going to use for the purposes of purchasing the gold, which is 0.28% of the amount. So that is exactly what happened. And now the 0.28%, you are supposed to use some to do what we call assaying. Assaying essentially is done in order that you can ensure the purity. So sometimes for the purposes of ensuring purity, they have a certain threshold. I think it's about 9.99% or so. You know gold, you can never get 100%. So it's about 99.9% purity.
Just to be sure that it's
proper quality gold. All right. So you have to use 0.2% of that amount to be able to do that, right? It is also important that the price of gold is determined not domestically. It is determined internationally or globally. So we have the LBM, a London Bullion something, that determines the price of gold globally. And at all material times, the persons who are at the mining sites are aware of that amount. So for instance, you gave me $100 million. You are saying that I want 10 tons of gold. Within that period, the price of gold was, let's say, $10,000 per, let's say, ounce, right? You go onto the field, and then the price of gold has changed. Sometimes even dropped or increased. But you have already received the money from Bank of Ghana. You are supposed to go and buy. When you go out and you are buying, you cannot reasonably expect to get the same quantity that you may get if you had gone, you had gone maybe today to go and buy. Right? You cannot reasonably expect that you will get the same quantity of gold. So we must also understand that fluctuations is part of the process. Exchange rate differentiations is also part of it. Now, when Sammy Gyamfi took over, that program had already started. And as a matter of fact, it was not a program that was intended to make profit. It was a program that was intended to cushion the economy. So losses were expected. So it is very disingenuous and uncharitable for anybody to ascribe losses to the performance or otherwise of the intermediary, that is GoldBod or PMMC. It is very wrong for anybody to do that. If we are not being political and we are being honest and truthful and real with what pertains on the ground and what actually also was contained in the agreement between Bank of Ghana and PMMC, we will not come to this conclusion that somebody has posted losses or somebody has made another institution make losses. So it is not true. That was not the intended purpose for which we went into this domestic gold purchase program. And
the minority leader in parliament does not understand this.
Just so we are clear on this. You see, so I just want that fact stated, and nobody can deny that. If we are saying that the core objective of the domestic gold purchase program was to make profit, then we have to trace it as far back as 2021 because there were losses. There were losses in 2022. Of course, you are talking about the magnitude, but you also have to measure the magnitude with the quantity of gold that we are purchasing. So, for instance, if you are buying, let's say, 5 tons, and you post a loss of, let's say, $400 million, which was the case actually in 2022, I believe, right? It is okay. It matches the purchases that you've
at the time.
But if you are doing, let's say, 10 billion, right, or you are doing 10 tons of gold, and you are making losses of, let's say, 22 billion, it's reasonably also expected because that is once the volume goes up, you are expected to make losses up to a certain amount. So I don't want us to obfuscate the matters for political expediency. It is wrong for us to do that. Let me state that fact. Now, it is also very instructive to educate the public on the core functions of GoldBod. All right? GoldBod plays a binary until recently when the agreement between Bank of Ghana and GoldBod has been terminated. But GoldBod played a binary, had a binary role in ensuring, first of all, accumulation of gold, all right, and also to ensure transparent trading relations, right? So it has a tiered system. And that tier system is that, you have the tier ones, the tier twos, and the self-financing aggregators, and the aggregators. And all of them have their functions, right? For the purposes of what? Of purchasing gold for and on behalf of gold. But all those people are given monies to go and buy. I have had the opportunity of representing some of the self-financing aggregators, and I tell you, those self-financing aggregators who even receive monies from abroad, from off-takers, right? Whenever they get, let's say, the off-taker, brings them, let's say, 2 million Ghana cedis, let's say $200,000, right? When they go to, so the money is sent to GoldBod, and GoldBod has to give it because of transparency. GoldBod then gives it to the self-financing aggregators, the same amount. But they will give it to them at the prevailing exchange rate. At the time. So let's say when the money was sent, let's say $200,000 was sent yesterday, and the exchange rate was maybe 10.5. Yes. And then the following day, it changes to, let's say,
11.2
or 11.2 or 15, right? Yeah. You cannot expect to get the 10 point something, which obviously would have given you the opportunity to buy maybe the 20 kilograms of gold, for the purposes of exporting to the off-taker, right? So there are fluctuations. I just want that fact established. So these are these things, these are the dynamics, and they know it. They know it, right? I don't. Before I come to the next point, I just want to make this point quickly. That the gold that as we have it now, the Bank of Ghana has admitted that now it has some reserves, right? It has some reserves. Truth is that your economy is built on nothing. We are not a manufacturing country. We are not an industrialized
which is a major
country,
issue.
Of course. And you know that for all our international transactions, we use FX. So if you use FX all the time, your economy will crash. Bank of Ghana has come out to say that now they have sufficient reserves. The international reserves have now grown, all right? And so you can expect that it will cushion the economy to a certain point. That is why your currency is performing better. Are you following the point? Now, even the gold that we have, KMJ, as we speak today, gold prices are now beginning to rise again because of the war. People now focus their attention more on purchasing oil as opposed to gold, right? Now that the war appears to be, what's it called? Appears to be
it's a big down.
Yes. You will see that the price of gold will go
up again.
Exactly. Now, if the Bank of Ghana bought gold, let's say $10,000 yesterday, and the price of gold goes up to $20,000 per ounce, Bank of Ghana would have made a profit if it sold that gold today of another $10,000. So even the losses that we are talking about are not real losses. They are losses that are contained in the volumes of gold that you have. And so once you decide to sell the gold today, depending on the price, it may go up. If you decided to trade the gold today, and the prices are down, it will go down. So I want that fact established. Now, in concluding.
Yeah, please conclude, and then let me move to Prince for his take on that.
People are having issues with how Sammy Gyamfi addressed the minority leader. I have no scintilla, iota of respect for Afenyo Market.
Really?
I have no respect for him. No respect.
And this is based on what?
I'm a lawyer. And the legal profession will tell you that the law is regimented. You respect seniors and you must respect the bench. For somebody who is a lawyer, who has been practicing for all these years, to, for whatever reason, sit on a platform to say that the sitting Chief Justice was part of a grand conspiracy to remove another Chief Justice without adducing evidence to substantiate his foolish claim, I, Kwame Usudanso, do not have any respect for Afenyomakin.
Let's not.
And so I will not depart from the view expressed by Sami Jemfi that Afenyomakin appears to be an extortionist.
No.
The reason is that there are some conversations. Can I express my view?
No, Kwame. The foolish.
What is that? But it's in the Bible. Do you go to church?
No, I go to church.
Oh, but Jesus Christ.
No. This is TV, please. No.
Came the way to.
No. Kwame.
What is the definition of foolish?
No. Read it. No, it doesn't matter.
Google the definition of foolish.
Let's know.
So what do you want me to say?
His claims. It's fine. His claims is.
Well, I'm saying that the claims are foolish. What do you want me to say?
Can I?
No.
What do you want me to say?
I'll let you speak.
If I say somebody's claims are foolish, it is so. I don't know how else you want me to describe it.
No, that is direct.
But you,
I don't want it.
Here's the way to. No, you see, if you had listened to my preamble, you will not interject. My preamble is predicated on his commentary.
Okay. Looks like the time.
Okay, the commentary. And I'm saying that what he said about the sitting Chief Justice was foolish.
So
that is what I'm saying.
So you're not referring to his
but I'm saying, that's what I said. The commentary is foolish. What he said about the Chief Justice is foolish. He should not have said that. He knows better that you are attacking a sitting Chief Justice. Let's not forget that as we speak today, people have lost confidence and trust in both the executive and the legislature. The only institution that appears to be working and appears to, in my view, is the only institution that is giving us some level of hope and confidence is the judiciary. If we bastardize the judiciary, if you attack the head of the judiciary, what are you doing? So I have no level of respect for him. I am not departing from the view held by Sami Jemfi, which was profoundly expressed in the statement that he read, that the minority leader is an extortionist. Okay. Because of perhaps what conversations went on behind the scenes, because of perhaps what usually some of these politicians do, that, I have an information on you. If you don't do XYZ for me, I'm going to release it. It happens all the time. Okay. And I'm saying that he made those statements not out of maybe malice, or not out of place, or not out of just the belief, or maybe the perception that he wants to come out and then disparage him, but based on facts which are available to him.
Very well. Thank you. Kwame also down so over there for you. Prince,
thank you.
Let me have you.
I really need to keep myself calm here. You see,
try your best.
Yeah, I'm going to try my very best. Every person who has supported MPP before should take offense at the attempt to demean the minority leader. The minority leader is not just a person. He occupies a seat. That seat belongs to all those millions and millions of people who are in the minority, quote unquote. And it's so unbelievable. Every single one of you should be offended.
I hope I have an opportunity over.
Can I?
Kwame, let him finish.
Let me also.
It's already 2-1, so you let me speak. Every one of them should be offended mightily at the attempt by the NDC, and then now other people like Kwame here, who sides with them most of the time, to just disparage the person. What will it take for me to come here and say that I have no respect for, let's say, the president of the country, because I believe that for removing the Chief Justice the way they did, I have no respect, and I think something he did with, I don't even want to use some of the words he used. How dare anybody do this? No respect. They have no respect for the person that your whole party chose to sit in that seat, regardless of his flaws and regardless of any mistake he has ever made. I will just move on because I don't want to get too distracted by these personal attacks. It's a strategy, guys. It's a strategy to take attention from the key issues. But before I do that, let me just quickly, because I don't know how much time I may have. But he mentioned when I said that small-scale gold mining has overtaken large-scale mining, and he said that that's actually, even said, use words like enemies. I am no enemy of anybody, okay? And I find it profoundly offensive that anyone would think that Galamsey which has now essentially, most of the small-scale mining, most of them are Galamsey. Most, not even some, most. Small-scale mining is Galamsey. That we should celebrate this as a country. When we're facing an existential threat with about 60% of our rivers now gone, pretty much irreparably. How dare anybody to even have that thought? And if Afenyo Markin has also apologized previously for anything he said and he did wrong, he's a man. That's what Ghanaians expect, that when you get something wrong, you apologize. We all saw the show where Sami Jemfi couldn't even apologize for the Haptel lie that he told. He couldn't do that. Afenyo Markin has apologized when he's got something wrong. It's also pretty rich that anyone will say that it's disingenuous for anybody to think that when we lose money with respect to gold trading, that is the purpose or something of the program, and that it's par for the course, so to speak. No. How come NDC? What didn't they say about that, the losses? They even said people should be incarcerated. Weren't you here? Didn't you hear it? Didn't every Ghanaian hear how much noise? Did you hear this man here at that time make any comment about that being wrong? Now they are saying that we should not complain about several times more losses. NDC, you think that you guys, you don't have blood in your veins, or we should say that MPP people, we don't have blood in our veins. We have petrol in our veins. All those things you did at the Bank of Ghana, the demonstrations, the attacks, the accusation over much less cost. And by the way, MPP's was cost. Theirs are losses. And I'll tell you how. You see, the 400 million that was said to have been lost under the domestic gold purchasing program, okay? They were not really losses. You know why? Because the gold reserves that MPP built, 22 metric tons of gold, okay, were sold by NDC for $2.6 billion. They sold it.
So they made profit of it?
No, they sold it for $2.6 billion. So $2.6 billion, when you begin to subtract costs, like 400 million out of it, is that a loss?
That's what I'm saying. That
no, I'm just putting it out to the people out there. If you get 2.6 billion and you take 400 million out of it, is that a loss? That is a real cost because the gold had been reserved. It's called gold reserve. They are not doing the same thing per se with this GoldBod scheme. That's the difference. The MPP was smart. The original program was well crafted, and that's why we made profit. 2.6 minus 400 million. It's $2.2 billion. Is that not it? Okay, I'll even go further. There is a 1.2 billion argument that we already have on that. Because in our mind, that gold should have been sold for $1.2 billion more. We think they undersold. We have asked to whom they sold the gold. To this day, no Ghanaian knows this except a few people. So the investigation has been shut down. So this 2.6, we expect it to be more like 3.8 billion per our economists. And so that issue is there. The very day MPP gets power, that will be investigated. $1.2 billion we have lost that we should have gotten from the trading of that. And you are sitting here telling us losses? We made profits. Not only that, you see, if you also go on to talk, you talked about PMMC. PMMC, by the way, was not the only aggregator for the BOG. There were other players in the space as well. I've researched this, so I know what I'm talking about. PMMC was not the only group that was buying gold for the BOG. But let's not get too caught up in the fine details, because I find that people are tired of all these fine details. I've established MPP's domestic gold purchasing program made profits. I've established that. Those reserves that he's crowing about so much, if you take even this undersell of our reserve gold, the undersold, we said we should have gotten more. But even if you take this $2.6 billion that we got from it, Okay, you can even take additional costs because the average cost of that gold that they sold was around $2,000 an ounce. So even if you take that out, plus the 400 million, there's still profits there. All right. Now you talk about the GoldBod scheme. You see, the issue with the GoldBod scheme is that it has a monopoly to buy and sell. PMMC didn't have any monopoly. And PMMC didn't have any, by law, any monopoly over buying and or selling. This is the GoldBod scheme, which has been now been put in place by the NDC. Now, the amount of small-scale gold, all right, has been scaled up. They are buying more, which basically means a lot of Galamsey, because PMMC was buying only from licensed small-scale gold by law. Okay, that's what PMMC was doing. Now, where GoldBod has a monopoly over all buying and selling of small-scale gold in Ghana. And a lot of that small scale, I told you, I said most of them are estimated to be Galamsey, which is also why this huge cost. Look at where Galamsey is going. GoldBod is the biggest promoter of Galamsey in Ghana at the moment. I put it on the record. Not only that, you see, you believe please. You said your own. You said they are angels. I'm telling you, they are promoting. I said they are promoting Galamsey big time, and I've given my record. Please.
I was just asking.
They bought and sold gold. I don't even want to spend time. I don't think I have enough time to get into whether it's GoldBod.
Have to wrap up for me.
Whether it's GoldBod or BOG, Ghana lost 1.7 billion. That's what every Ghanaian needs to understand.
And that's what the minority is also asking.
That's the key point. It's not Afenyo marking is the issue and all these, extortionists and all these other insults they are hurling.
You still believe there are losses that we need to invest
$1.7 billion. Okay? Not only that, this 1.7, there is a withholding tax that has been removed since the GoldBod scheme came up. It's a 1.5 withholding tax. They have removed it. That, by estimate, has cost us another 2 billion cedis. Okay? GoldBod, the loss itself in cedis is 22 billion. Is that not correct? Not only that, I add an additional loss that we have made. You know what it is?
Which is what?
The interest. 133 billion cedis was given to the GoldBod. And interest was being paid on it. Do you know how much interest we paid last year at the Bank of Ghana? It's in the 2025 statement. I looked at it this morning. It's over 16 billion cedis. And I'm certain most of it is for that 133 billion that was given to GoldBod to buy and sell gold. You say all this, and so the interest of it, even if it's 10% on the 133 billion, how much is that? Is that not 13 billion? We have even lost track of it as they attempt to divert all your attentions on Afenyo marking. Okay? 13 billion minimum, 10% interest on that 133 billion is 13 billion. Add that. And you see that the losses put together.
It's a bit more than what you're looking at.
Way more. Because you don't get that money, 133 billion interest free. They borrowed that money. They bought bonds, the domestic debt. This government, when it inherited the debt stock from Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you know how much it was? It was just below $50 billion. Today, your debt stock is $61.5 billion. You can Google it right now and see. Okay. Those are all domestic debt. They borrowed that money. We paid interest of interest that BOG paid alone last year was 16 billion, and most of it, I put it on the most certainly, is for this money that was given to the GoldBod to trade. And so the losses, think about it. It's when I last did the calculation, it's about $3 billion. We went to IMF in 2013, 2014 for $1 billion. We also went to the IMF in 2022 for how much? $3 billion. And they have squandered, okay? We gave you 133 billion and you returned with 111 billion cedis. and you are saying that you are the angel of this economy.
Okay.
If you do this 2-3 more years, where would you be?
Okay, Prince, thank you.
If I had more time, you would have seen more detail here.
In fact, my time is up actually, but
it is unfair.
No, you came late. So
no. I can see my last.
You spent your time insulting.
No, that one.
You spent your time insulting. That's why you did.
I can decide not to comment on the last topic.
No, we're not even doing the last topic. We don't have time for that.
Yeah, you see,
we have just 1 minute to do.
You see,
for each. So Kwame, maybe I'll do 1 minute here.
The energy.
We'll end.
The energy that he was using to talk.
I'll ask you 1 minute.
The energy. I wish they use that same energy to repair the damage they caused in the economy. Look, this is him. He was asking about the money, and this is the joy. This is it. Government pays 10 billion DDEP coupon in full and on schedule, brings total payment to 4.41 billion since 2025. The debts that they left, we have paid for them. And look, my final words.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
Yeah.
See, my final words. Yeah. We don't have time. See, this is Kama, the late businessman Kama.
Group of companies.
Yes, Kama. And one of their MP, Honorable Eugene Boachi, MP for Subin, says, Dr. Michael K. Ejekum Ado, chairman of Kama Group Limited, will still be alive today if only he had received a fourth of what Gabi and Co. provided Magdan, Subin MP. This is it. This is a man who invested his money, and you and your cabinet took pensioners' money. Pensioners' money. If you don't have heart, you don't have any remorse or anything, you need to stand here and beg Ghanaians that you use people's hard-earned money. Haircut, you remember, we will not go to IMF and say you mismanage the economy. You spoil everywhere. You damage Ghana economy. Now we have angels who have come to make sure that we restore all this confidence bank. And what are you saying? Look, we don't have time to listen to people who spoil and damage our economy. Ghanaians trust us, we will deliver, and surely we are on track. Yeah. Okay. No one will intimidate us. GoldBod has come to stay and will forever protect Ghana. If you have that brain, a little of that brain, you will have used all those brains to bring up GoldBod. GoldBod is a very nice child of Ghana. It will grow up, and you come and meet it, and you will not lose, but you will gain, because the brain behind GoldBod is to make money for Ghana. We didn't do what you did by creating something and to lose as Ghanaians. No.
Kwame, 1 minute.
First of all, I mean, saying that the 400 million loss was not loss, it was cost. It's laughable. Only because you're saying that you got to know that you made so and so amount of money after you sold some tons of gold in order that you could get FX, right? So then you quote the figure and you subtract the 400 million from it and you say that this is what. So we have to wait. We have to wait. If we are saying that we've made a loss of 1.7 billion, similarly, let's wait. In the next maybe 8, 10, 15, 20 years, when the country decides to sell how much it is in terms of tonnage of gold that we have, then we can also do the deductions to see whether or not in the books is actually a loss. That's why I was telling you that when you post $1.7 billion loss, it is not an actual loss. This is sitting, because you are not trading with the gold. It is sitting in your reserves, and that is why I said that we have to hasten very cautiously. Finally, you see, we need to educate the public very, very well. And for me, I think when we get the opportunity to sit here, we have to use the platform that we sit on to educate people. It is important to be very instructive here that the purpose for the domestic gold purchase program is stated even in the IMF document. And I have the document right before me. The domestic gold purchase program, right? I'm just reading it.
Yeah, just read.
So, and then now, it says that the DGPP was introduced in the context of debt crisis. Listen, in the context of what? Debt crisis. What it means is that we were reeling under serious debt. At the time of its launch, in 2021, Ghana faced declining reserve buffers, exchange rate pressures, and tightening external financial conditions that led to a loss of access to international capital markets. In 2022, the DGPP was thereafter used to procure fuel and rebuild international reserves, even as access to FX was severely constrained. Domestic gold purchase programs are not unique to Ghana. Central banks and public agencies have used variants of domestic purchase windows, assaying and refining arrangements. Oh, well, my phone has just hold on. And responsible sourcing framework to formalize ASGM gold flows. I'm simply saying that.
Yeah, you've already.
It was not within the contemplation of GoldBod, of the Bank of Ghana, to make profit with this particular project.
Okay.
It was just to.
Let me do this quickly, and let me do this quickly.
1 minute.
You don't have 1 minute.
Everybody go.
No. Please, you don't do 1 minute for me. You do more than that.
1 minute.
What?
Yeah. So this idea that the debt payments that had been made on the bonds and that I don't even know what they really.
You would declare you.
Can I finish?
No. You are owing and you are paying. No, it's owing. No, it's not the first time. No, I won't get my 1 minute. You are owing and you are paid. And you're talking about what? No, I won't allow you because I'll get 1 minute.
Wait.
Will I get my 1 minute?
You already mentioned something he's trying to address.
Will I get 1 minute?
No, let him finish addressing what he's addressing.
So you guarantee me I'll get 1 minute. Please go ahead.
So as you can see, this is how they behave. Intimidation.
This is how we pay.
Intimidation, right? So he goes on. They talk about the debt payments that had. It's not the first time we were doing debt servicing. The $61.5 billion dollars of debt. By the way, I'm telling all Ghanaians, you can go and check, do your math. The previous NDC, 2 NDC governments, and this one together are accumulated $32 billion of it. 61.5. Nanado, 20 billion. President Kufuor, President Rawlings, and co. beforehand, $10 billion of it. You sit here, you've paid debt that you yourself left.
So this is something
and you are paying, and you are sitting here trying to blame somebody for it.
No, let me do this. Quickly on the Adamos mining issue. Let me do this. It's very important that we make an update on this. Now, the Ministerial Review Committee, which was set up by Lands and Natural Resources Minister Emmanuel Amakofibua, had to review a petition by Adamos Resources Limited against the revocation of its mining leases in Nkrofo, Kango, and Salman in the Western region. The committee was chaired by Professor Jerry Samuel Yaokuma. The committee uncovered major statutory arrears totaling over 205 million plus 2.56 million US dollars. Now, this includes 86.78 million in royalties owed by the Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, from 2020 to March 2026, 119.4 million Ghana cedis in tax arrears owed to the Ghana Revenue Authority from 2023, and also 2.56 million US dollars in annual payment owed to the Minerals Commission. Despite claiming an ability to pay, the company transferred over $224.61 million to related parties between 2020 and 2024, including 123.14 million US dollars to entities in Mali, such as Sagala Mining Corporation SA, Semico 1 and Semico 2. The committee also found serious discrepancies in gold reporting. The company failed to provide a statutory gold production book, making independent verification very difficult. Figures from 2024 to March 2026 show GRA recorded 72,194.94 ounces. The Minerals Commission recorded 71,553 ounces, while Adamos owned shipment records which showed 74,375.14 ounces. This variance is estimated to have a revenue value of 27.13 million US dollars. According to GI records, the company produced 8.8 tons of gold valued to over 1 billion US dollars between 2020 and March 2026. And the findings actually included additional debts owed to Gold and Gridco, environmental compliance concerns. The committee found that the EPA permits were also issued irregularly, and with one permit covering 2017 to 2020 only issued in December 2024, long after it had expired, raising questions about whether the company operated illegally or valid authorization. And this is one issue that has come up, and there's been an update on that from the presidency communications, and it says Adamos Resources Limited gets reprieve from government. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources Minerals Commission and Adamos Resources Limited have been asked by government to present a 12-month roadmap for turning the mine around. The roadmap will include a 6-member management team formed between Adamos and government to supervise the turnaround at the mine. The membership of the committee would include 3 members from the Adamos side and 3 members from the government side. The agreement followed a meeting at the presidency aimed at resolving the dispute between the two parties to salvage that what is one of a few operating indigenous large-scale mines. The roadmap will include a plan for settling liabilities by Adamos to Ghana Revenue Authority, Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, and financial institutions and suppliers. The roadmap would also include exploring means to inject fresh capital by inviting additional partners to take up equity in the mining operation. Now, the two sides are expected to present the roadmap to the presidency in 2 weeks, and this is the statement that was issued in that regard. I wish we could actually touch this issue, but
if you get a minute, I need it.
Oh, you get a minute.
No, everybody get a minute. You get minutes. You already.
No, you got a minute. You got a minute. I didn't get.
No, you started with that.
I didn't get. No, I didn't get.
This guy always wants a minute. We cannot do minutes.
This Friday we're coming.
I have very important things to say.
Let me say Franco Trading Enterprise.
That's a mind's watch. Don't give him the word. We need to comment on this because we actually
we're not going to have a conversation on this.
No, we don't have the time. Because we actually issue statements in relation to this.
My brother here said that if we had half the brain, it's okay. We'll deal with the Wontumi case. It's okay. You allow. We will deal with it. Okay. You know, he said if we had half the brain. He said it's okay. So I need to respond. He said if we had, you will come.
We have 120.
If you had half the brain, he said, please. No, can I allow each of us?
2017.
Allow each of us.
No, you gave him 1 minute. I give him 1 minute.
Guys, put the Kufridi LPM. Let me do that. And
you couldn't give.
But let me say, talking to Franco Enterprise. Still, phones, Papa Pafi. This flash was proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise.
No, seriously, he said if we had half the brain.
No. That is what
if we had half the brain.
It's gonna end up somewhere. We're not ready to get there right now. Now, coming Friday, Kufridi, we're coming. Hey, God.
We don't want that brain. MPP.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.